Most English learners can talk about their job, their city, their family, but ask them to describe their home and they go quiet. Today, I'm giving you the words to actually talk about where you live. These are the phrases native speakers use. Not "it's nice," real descriptions. Your home is personal. The words you use to describe it should be too. I'm Camila, and this is English with Camila. Let's get into it. Most English learners can talk about big things: their job, their city, their family. But ask them to describe where they live, and something happens. They go quiet. Or they say, "It's nice. It's okay." Your home is one of the most personal things about you, and today I want to give you the words to actually talk about it. We're going to go through 10 expressions for describing your home: where you live, what it feels like, what you love about it, maybe even what drives you a little crazy about it. These are real phrases, the kind native speakers use every day. Let's start with the most important word of all: cozy. Cozy means warm, comfortable, and small in a good way. Not cramped, not tiny, just the right size to feel safe and relaxed. A cozy place makes you want to stay in, close the curtains, make a cup of tea, not go anywhere. You might say, "My apartment is really cozy," or "It's not big, but it's cozy and I love it." That second sentence is perfect. It addresses the size honestly, and then immediately says, "But I don't care. I love it anyway." Very natural, very real. You can also describe a specific room as cozy. "My living room is really cozy in winter." Or, "We have this little reading corner. It's the coziest spot in the house." Coziest, the superlative, meaning the most cozy of all. My first apartment was tiny. One room, a small kitchen, no balcony. But I put up fairy lights and a soft rug and a second-hand armchair, and it was the coziest place I've ever lived. People used to come over and not want to leave. That's the power of cozy. It's not about size. It's about how a space makes you feel when you walk in. A related word, homey. Homey means it feels like a real home. Personal, lived in, warm. Not a hotel, not a showroom. Somewhere a real person actually lives. You might say, "It's not fancy, but it's really homey." Or, "She has a gift for making any space feel homey." That second one is a real compliment. Telling someone their home feels homey means they've done something right. Next word, spacious. Spacious means there's a lot of room. Open, airy. You can breathe. You might say, "We just moved into a more spacious apartment." Or, "The kitchen is really spacious, which I love for cooking." People also say, "There's so much space. I don't know what to do with it." That's a joke, but a very common one. When people have more space than they're used to, it feels strange at first. Spacious is positive, but can sound a little formal. In casual conversation, people often just say, "It's so big," or "There's loads of room." Loads means a lot. Very natural. A related phrase, open plan. Open plan means the kitchen, dining room, and living room are one space. No walls between them. Everything connected. You might say, "We have an open plan living area. It feels really modern." Or, "I love open plan. It makes the whole apartment feel bigger." A lot of newer apartments are open plan. Some people love it. Some people miss having separate rooms. Either way, now you have the word for it. Next, light-filled. Light-filled means the home gets a lot of natural light. Big windows, sun coming in, bright and open feeling. Natural light changes everything about a space. A lot of people forget that. You might say, the apartment is really light-filled. It makes such a difference. Or, more casually, we get so much light in the mornings. People also say, it faces south, so it's sunny all day. Faces south. That means the windows point toward the south, where the sun moves, so you get the most light through the day. Or, we get the morning light. Very specific, very real. It tells you exactly what the light is like and when. Another natural one, the windows are huge. You feel like you're outside. That's a great image. Inside, but feeling connected to the outside world. Now the opposite, when a place doesn't get much light. The word is dim. Dim means not quite dark, but not bright either. Low light, like a cloudy day inside. A little heavy. You might say, the bedroom is a bit dim, which I actually like for sleeping. Or, the living room is quite dark. We're always turning lights on. Dim can be okay. Dark feels more like a complaint. It depends on your tone and context. You can also say, it doesn't get much natural light. Very honest, very direct, very common. A lot of city apartments are like this, especially basement flats. Basement flat means an apartment below street level. Underground, basically. People who live in basement flats become very creative with lighting. Next, charming. Charming means attractive in a quiet, old-fashioned, personal kind of way. Not modern, not impressive, just lovely, with character. It's the word for a place that isn't perfect, but you love it anyway. Old wooden floors, a funny-shaped window, an uneven ceiling. You might say, the building is really old, but it's charming. Or, there's something charming about it. I can't explain it exactly. That second one is interesting. You don't need to explain charming. It's a feeling, and native speakers say that all the time. People also say, it has a lot of character. Character means the same thing. Unique, interesting, not generic. A brand new apartment probably doesn't have character. An old apartment with creaky floors and high ceilings definitely does. And one more, it has a vibe. Vibe is casual but very common, especially among younger speakers. It means the place has an atmosphere, a feeling that's hard to describe exactly. You might say, the neighborhood has such a good vibe, or I walked in and the vibe was just right. Vibe works for homes, neighborhoods, cafes, restaurants, almost anywhere. I lived in a charming apartment once. The walls were slightly crooked. The bathroom door didn't close all the way. The kitchen was from about 1970. But I told everyone it had character. And honestly, I meant it. It had a vibe that no modern apartment could replicate. Next, cluttered. Cluttered means too much stuff in too small a space. Not dirty, just full. Things everywhere. You might say, my desk is always cluttered. I can't seem to fix it. Or, the living room feels cluttered. We need to get rid of some things. Get rid of means throw away or donate. Remove from your life. The opposite is minimal or minimalist. Minimalist means very few things. Clean surfaces, nothing extra. You might say, I'm trying to be more minimalist, but it's hard. Very relatable for a lot of people. Or, we keep it pretty minimal. If we don't use it, it goes. It goes means we get rid of it. Very casual, very common. Another word, bare. Bare means almost nothing in the space. Walls empty, surfaces clear. More extreme than minimalist. Can feel cold or unfinished. You might say, when we first moved in, it felt really bare. Or, the walls are still bare. We haven't decided what to put up yet. Bare is neutral, just describing what you see. But it often implies, this place needs something. It's not finished yet. Now let's talk about location. The phrase, in a good location. In a good location means the place is convenient, close to things you need, easy to get around from. You might say, the apartment itself is small, but it's in a great location. Or, we're really well located. Everything is walking distance. Walking distance. Close enough to walk to. No car needed. That phrase does a lot of work. It says, I don't need a car. The shops, the metro, the park, all right there. People also say, we're central, or we're right in the middle of everything. Both mean you live somewhere convenient and lively. The opposite, we're a bit out of the way. Out of the way means not central, far from things. Not always bad. Some people love being away from the noise. Next, a fixer-upper. A fixer-upper is a home that needs a lot of work. Not broken exactly. Old. Needs repairs. Needs updating. The name says it. You need to fix it up. Fix and improve it. You might say, we bought a fixer-upper. It's a lot of work, but we love it. Or, it needs some work, but the bones are good. The bones are good. That's a great expression. Bones means the basic structure. The walls, floors, the layout. If those are solid, you can fix everything else. Like saying, the important parts are right. The rest is just details. The opposite of a fixer-upper is move-in ready. Move-in ready means you can live there immediately. No work needed. Clean, updated, everything works. You might say, we wanted something move-in ready. We didn't have the time. Or, it was move-in ready, which was a huge relief. A huge relief. That means, I'm so glad I didn't have to deal with that. People who buy fixer-uppers often talk about potential. It has so much potential, meaning it could be great. It's not there yet. Very common, very honest, and a little hopeful. I once helped a friend move into a real fixer-upper. The paint was peeling, one window didn't open, the floors needed sanding, but she kept saying, just wait, you'll see what this becomes. 2 years later, it was beautiful and completely hers. That's the thing about a fixer-upper. The work makes you love it more. Last one. This is about how a home makes you feel. The phrase, it feels like home. This sounds simple, but it's one of the most powerful things you can say. It means a place feels familiar, safe, yours. Not just a building, a place where you belong. You might say, we've only been here 6 months, but it already feels like home. Or, I walked in and it just felt like home immediately. That second one is special, because it happens sometimes. You walk into a place and something clicks, and you just know. People also say, I've made it my own. Made it my own means you've added your personal touch. Your photos, your furniture, your smell of cooking. You've turned a space into a home. I moved a lot when I was younger. Different cities, different apartments, And I noticed something each time. A place only feels like home when you stop treating it as temporary, when you hang things on the walls, when you learn the neighbors' names, when you have a favorite spot on the couch. That's when a place becomes yours. Okay, let's recap. 10 expressions for your home. Cozy, homey, spacious, open plan, light-filled, dim, charming, cluttered, in a good location, feels like home. These are the words that turn "it's nice" into something real, something that tells people who you are and how you actually live. Your challenge today: leave a comment and describe your home. Use at least 2 words or phrases from today. Tell me what it looks like. Tell me how it feels. I genuinely want to know. I read every single comment. I'm Camila. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.